2020, as I lay dying, I told the person next to me to tell them who I was, which was ridiculous because he didn't know who I was. I very rarely let people know who I am. And I've had multiple near-death experiences in my life, but this one was different because usually it's something you remember after. You're not necessarily aware of it while it's happening. And I was aware of both what was happening to my body and being elsewhere at the same time. And I could feel the cold creeping into my body. And I was so ready to go because fuck Earth. Honestly. I've had a horrible life full of trauma and abuse and neglect and things that you don't want to know about. So imagine my surprise when I did not die. Surprise isn't really the word. I was pissed. And I decided after a couple of days of just stewing in that anger that if I couldn't leave this dumpster fire of a planet, that I was going to fix my life. And I have done that. The desire to live and the desire to survive for me are completely different things. I've never cared about survival. I've only ever wanted to have a life that did not make me want to die. And the people around me acted like that was wrong. Who are you to think you deserve to be happier than me? Was the response that I got. But I didn't let that stop me. And when I did not die in 2020, I didn't let anything else stop me either. Not organ failure, not being unhoused, not being denied medical care, not a horribly mangled leg and emergency surgery and a month in the hospital, not abusive family, not burying my child or my mother, not the ever-present specter of being unhoused again as a disabled person who cannot work. Social media has really been my only connection to the outside world. During all of these things, I've gone through this completely alone. And social media can be such a beautiful thing for connection, but for me it never has been. Because I've always been so private. Because I was stalked and I was harassed and I was hated. Just for trying to live a life that did not make me want to die. And as the first wave of roundups happening in our country right now are targeting immigrants, I, as a disabled trans person, will be in the next group. There's already been an escalation of violence where I live and an escalation of harassment from the bigots. When I decided to medically transition as a non-binary individual, I really had to sit and confront the possibility that my life choices were going to get me killed. And I really had to ask myself if it was worth it. And I decided, yes, that it is, because I don't care if I survive. I'm going to live while I'm here. After burying my child, the only thing that I have is the possibility for joy and the possibility for fun and the possibility for peace. And I am the only one that can give that to me. I am the only one that can deny that to me. And so I've made my choice, and I'm happy with that. I am at peace with that. And when they come for me, they will have to kill me. And I'm at peace with that too. I've spent almost 5 years on TikTok trying to make the world a better place, showing people who I am as I figured out who I am after all that I've been through and all that I've lost. And I hope that you'll look at my About Me tab and you'll see who I was and who I am, because I'm proud of who I am. I've put a lot of work into me to overcome the tragedy in my life, to overcome the conditioning, to overcome the abuse and the trauma and the pain and the hardship. I'm one hell of a human being. And for whatever amount of time I have left, I'm going to enjoy every minute. And so after this video, I'm going to remove TikTok from my devices. Because in my experience, the act of recording my experience makes it less valuable to me, less enjoyable, less memorable. Like Ram Dass said, you got to be here now. And if you're looking at yourself through the lens of a camera in your own hand. You're not here now. You're there then. And I'm going to be here now. So I can be with her then. And whatever time I've got left, I'm going to enjoy myself as much as I possibly can. So this is me, Phoenix Waters, signing off. I hope you'll do the same. I hope you'll go live your life. I hope that you will go meet your neighbors and make new friends and try to be the change that you want to see in the world. I hope you try to create a life that doesn't make you want to die. I hope you learn the value of being here now and living in the moment. I hope you learn the value of working on who you are and what you are and confronting what you've been through and the things that you've done so that you can lay your head down at night and be at peace like I am. I hope that when you can make a difference, you do make a difference. I hope that when you can help somebody, you do help somebody. I really hope that the world gets better so that people don't want to die the way that she wanted to die. And I hope that when you're confronted with your death the way that I am confronted with mine, you are at peace with who you are and where you've been and what you've done the way that I am. Because in the end, that is what matters. I love you.